Thomas Tidbits. This is written by Leslie Kay, and she lives in Chloride, Arizona, in those hot deserts there between Las Vegas and Kingman in Arizona. But she lives a very unique life, and I'll be telling you some more stories from her life. But anyhow, this one is called Simple Gifts. On a blistering Wednesday last summer, a few country mice got the itch to see how it fared with their big city cousins. So the K clan packed up the old brown wagon, station wagon, that is, waved goodbye to their chloride companions, and headed up the highway to rub shoulders with their sleek urban counterparts in the big city of Las Vegas. I've been there many times. It's quite a place. My brother lives there, and a pastor friend of ours is there. With my husband Don doing a scrap metal job in the area, we decided to meet at the Motel 6 off the Strip and spend the evening visiting the sights. Always one to shy away from cities, especially flashy ones, I convinced myself that I'd been too much of a stick in the mud, that I ought to let the kids, she has 2 little girls, branch out and see a few things. So it was that we were all surprised to find ourselves cradled in the very lap of luxurious glitz on a sultry summer evening. After a cooling swim, we ventured out. First stop, the Treasure Island Buffet. As we navigated our way through a labyrinth of fiercely ringing slot machines, I know what that is, Becky asked wide-eyed, "What are all these people doing, Mom?" "They're gambling, honey," I replied. Not at all enlightened, she pursued, "What's gambling?" Tempted to dismiss the practice with a pastor's friend description, gambling is throwing your money down a rat hole. I'd instead explained the rationale. Wonderingly, our daughters gazed at the rhythmically ratcheting arms and vacant eyes and drew their own conclusions. Dinner dispatch. I was there in October, and in the hotel I was in, it was full of slot machines. Dinner dispatched with, back we trudged through the clanging casino to the lush tropical landscape of the Mirage, where the girls were duly impressed by the throbbing pyrotechnics of this simulating volcano. Oh, it's really, really classy there. Then back up the Strip, under the flashing marquees, through the churning cacophony, how do you pronounce that? Past the sinuous stretch limos with their fully stocked bars, an endless parade of taxis bearing too many signboards of showgirls bearing far too much, back to the Treasure Island for the pirate fight. That's a big thing outside there. Just in time to be engulfed in a crush of smoking, sweating, expectant humanity. It was about then that a line from Pilgrim's Progress bobbed into my consciousness, a question evangelist put to Christian when he had been induced by worldly wise men to wander from the way. "What doest thou here, Christian?" Wincing at the personal application, I, like Christian, knew not what to answer. I could only echo the question, what were we thinking of when we brought our children to this place? Thursday morning dawned hotter than ever, creeping through traffic that intensified the 111-degree heat. I've been there, it's really, really hot, and thrust it fiercely through our open windows. We doused ourselves with bottled water and turned our thoughts toward home. They live a very simple life, and it says down here, don't feel sorry for us. We could get the air conditioner fixed if we wanted to spend the money. Here they are in Las Vegas with no air conditioning. That's bad news. I can remember when our children were growing up and we would drive from California to Michigan, no air conditioning on old 66, Route 66. Man, it was hot. And we didn't drink soft drinks. You didn't have bottled water like you do now. It's really hot. The gleaming of hotels and casinos impassively eyed our departure. If a few simple, uncouth country mice chose to scamper back to the open fields, it was a matter of utmost indifference to those casinos, to them. I would be less than honest if I said that a place like Vegas holds no attraction for me. I've never cared about gambling. That's not my weakness. But I feel the pull of the beauty all that gaming money can buy. The graceful fountains, the pools, elaborate saltwater aquariums, and exotic animal collections. The lush, gorgeous landscape and impressive architecture. Yet even as I look and admire, I cannot forget that behind those luxurious facades coils a deadly, lying beast that takes no prisoners, only human sacrifices. My sister-in-law says, that lived there for 35 years, she says that all that grandeur outside to get people to go inside the casinos, but inside, they're all the same, just mile after mile of slot machines. But on the outside, there's a lot of drama. So I'm content in my austere desert, content to watch my children grow tanned and strong in the afternoon sun, content to gaze at the uncluttered sky and listen to the unbroken silence, content with God's simple character-building gifts, hard, satisfying work, the lessons of the garden, the challenges of family life, the rugged, reassuring contours of the ancient mountains. It's a world in itself. I'm content to find my joy and fulfillment in God's simplest and most profound gift, a common, unassuming man who shunned luxury and display, Jesus. As I watch the sun set behind a bank of brilliant red clouds, I tell him my heart's desire. Nearer, still nearer, Lord, to be thine. Sin, with its follies, I gladly resign. All of its pleasures, pomp, and its pride. Give me but Jesus, my Lord, sanctified, crucified. Give me but Jesus, my Lord, crucified. God bless you as you seek the upper way.